Hello YouTubers and all you Thomas fans alike, ThomasZoey3000 here with another Take-N-Play video. Today, I'm going to be unboxing 6 brand new Take-N-Play items. Well, 5 new items. This one I've actually had for a couple of years now. It's a double of the 2009 Talking Rosie. And of course you can see down here is a Thomas the Tank Engine from the earlier Take-N-Play lineup. And this one's also a talking engine. I will be showing you these items in a minute, but first, there's something else I want to show you. Just 1 second here. A couple of items I got from my museum collection. It's not really a museum, it's just, well, a little collection of mine to show off the various different items throughout Thomas's history. Here's the first item. Whiff's Banana Blooper. And there's Whiff right there. I got this at the Target store in North Bay. I believe it was June 30th? Yeah, it was June 30th. Sorry, I almost forgot the date. I was on my way back after doing the renovation work at my new place. So I decided to go stop at Target and see what they had. And I found this, along with the Thomas and Friends DVD, Buddy Matters. I've been looking for that one for almost a year now. I mean, it looks to be a pretty good set. And since I only have 1 copy of this, I won't be opening them today. The other item I want to show you is not Take-N-Play, but it is still interesting. It's the Trackmaster Sir Handle, complete with a CGI picture. As you know, Trackmaster is going to change their products a little bit because for the new fall season, I've actually already seen some videos on YouTube showing off the new Trackmaster system with engines that are faster and can climb steeper grades, and the tracks of course have changed too. It's going to take some time to get used to that, but still the models look pretty good from what I've seen. This is the, I believe it's 2013. Yeah, 2013 version of Sir Handle. There's a CGI face. Correct shade of blue. Looks pretty good. I'll show you the back of the box real quickly. There's Porter. I haven't been able to find him though. Diesel, and of course Thomas. And one last item to show you before I begin unboxing these items. Is a Take-N-Play Rosie. I actually found this yesterday at the Icebridge Walmart. They had a wide selection of Thomas and Friends items, and they had 2 copies of Rosie, but I only got 1. There's her CGI picture. But I noticed with her Take-N-Play model, the blush doesn't show. I'm not sure why. Maybe they forgot to add it. As you can see, she's blushing in this picture. Still looks pretty good. Back of the box, you see Diesel, Luke, Stafford, Thomas, Rosie herself. That's Bash. Butch, Charlie, Percy, and Harold. So I'll be keeping this item in the box. And if I ever find another double, I will take it out. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching those little models. And now, on to these ones. We're going to start things off with this. The Talking Thomas. I believe it's 2009 edition. And there's his name right there. Yeah, 2009. Based on a CGI face. There's a little speaker at the back. And let's hear what Thomas has to say.
Hello, I'm Thomas. I'm the #1 blue engine. I am a really useful engine. Bust my buffers.
Sounds pretty good. And now listen to this. Yeah, I know he's got a bit of a squeaky wheel, but did you hear those chuffing sounds? Yep, it works. I got this model, I believe, back in 2010, when it came in a very different packaging compared to Rosie here, where you might be able to see that there's a little tab there to help you get her out. The Thomas here was actually held in by, I think it was wire or something. Well, it kept the engines firmly in the packaging so they wouldn't get ripped out in the stores. Because a couple of times I gone to Walmart or some other toy store and I seen that the talking engine's basically gone from the boxes. I don't know if that was somebody who was shopping in the store or anybody else. I don't know. Maybe it was just an accident. I don't know. Anyway, that was the 2009 Talking Thomas. I'm going to put him over here for now. Now we're going to look at the Talking Rosie. It's one of her bubbles, which says, "I'm a very quick engine." Look at the back of the box quickly. "I have a very important job to do. Press to hear Rosie's voice. Press button for light up lamp. Roll engine." Now, of course, I do have another Rosie, but in different packaging, of course. Anyways, let's open this one. And I remember now to pull on that little tab. Here we go. Okay, that's Rosie. Let's hear what she has to say, shall we?
Hi, I'm Rosie. I'm a very quick engine. Bubbling boilers. I have a very important job to do.
Yeah, and she said just set those two things that are on the box. Sounds pretty good. Now let's see if she makes the chuffing sounds. No, she doesn't. Wonder why. Anyway, let's have a quick look at Rosie before we move on to the other models. Of course, Rosie is based on the USA dock tank engines built for the Second World War. And as far as I know, there are only 6 survivors of that class. Still in the UK. But here's a little fact I bet you didn't know. It was Rosie's class that basically replaced the E2s, which Thomas is. Yeah, and he's chuffing again. So, I'm actually surprised that Thomas didn't have a huge distrusting towards Rosie. Well, actually he did, but not for that particular reason. I've seen videos on YouTube that actually talk about Thomas's bitterness towards the USA dock tank engines. Until, eventually, Rosie and him become good friends. And by the way, if you ever want to see a video like that, or with a story like that, I suggest checking out NWR 1991's Northwestern Railway Tales, because they're really good. And I believe one of the episodes talks about the USA dock tank engines basically ultimately replacing the E2s, and of course Thomas is still mad about that until the end of the episode. Still, the model looks pretty good, don't you think? I got this model, I think, around maybe 2010, same time as that Thomas. So, yeah. Or it could have been given to me as a Christmas gift. I lose track after a while. Now let's open up the Take-N-Play Salty. Now, I have not seen any videos on YouTube yet of anybody unboxing Salty here. I don't know why. Excuse me. This is a pretty cool model, though. There's a CGI picture. And I like all the work that was put into him. As I said in some of my previous videos, Salty's front buffer beam is now yellow, and his sides are black. Whereas on the back of the box you see the original Take-Along Salty with the red buffer beam and red sides. Now, let's open this one, shall we? Go. Damn, it's a little slippery here. Alright, move Salty's box out of the way and get Salty out. There we go. Alright. Salty. Arr, mateys. I like Salty. Salty, of course, came in Season 6 of Thomas and Friends, introduced in his own episode, Salty's Secret. He's basically been seen in just about every single season, working at Brandom Docks. There's his name on the bottom. New wheel configurations. The CGI face. Everything looks pretty good. Although the original Salty on the TV series was weathered. This one's not, but then again, I guess I can do the weathering myself if I wanted to. Overall though, he looks pretty good. All cleaned up. Probably with a fresh coat of paint. Yeah. Looks pretty good. I'll put Salty over here beside Rosie and Thomas. Oh, here's another little fact you probably didn't know about Salty and Rosie. It was Salty's class, I believe, that ultimately replaced the USA tank engines. I read about that in Thomas Angry Bird's own Thomas stories that can be found on fanfiction.net. I did not even know that. Pretty cool info. Now, on to Caitlin. Caitlin, I believe, is based on the Baltimore and Ohio presidential class streamlined Pacific type locomotives. I'm not too familiar with all the Baltimore and Ohio engines, so if I made a little mistake on her class, just let me know, okay? There's a CGI picture, and she's really cool in the series. She made her official debut in the King of the Railway movie, which is why she's in the King of the Railway box. However, she was introduced months before in her own episode called Calm Down, Caitlin. She really is a interesting engine and gets a little too excited for her own good from time to time. And in fact, she was most recently seen in the new Season 18 episode Not So Slow Coaches when she had Annie and Clarabelle accidentally added on to the back end of her train. I thought that was pretty funny. And here's the back of the box. Pretty much the same as the other King of the Railway trains. I think she's got buffers on the back. Yeah, she does. Anyway, enough cocky. Let's get Caitlin open. Here we go. Patching over there. Alright, she's out. Okay. Move her from her tender for a minute. CGI face. Body. Her name on the side of her. Closed off cab though. I wonder if that's the same for all the Baltimore and Ohio presidential class engines. Were their cabs enclosed? I don't know. Oh, and there's Caitlin's name. And I believe it says 2012 was when this model was made. Yeah, 2012. Year before the movie came out. I'll take a look at her tender. Now, originally I thought Caitlin didn't have pile of coal on top of her tender. I thought she was an oil burner at first. But after seeing most of the Season 17 episodes, actually all the Season 17 episodes and a few of the new Season 18 ones, I now know that Caitlin does come with coal. It's Connor's that's completely covered up. And I think he might be an oil burner. I don't know. Anyway, there's Caitlin's name on the bottom of her tender. It looks pretty good, though. I'll move Caitlin over here beside Thomas. Now we're going to open up Percy. And she got him yesterday, July 3rd, at the Uxbridge Walmart. Same place where I got that Take-N-Play Rosie and Trackmaster Sir Handle. CGI picture. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. When I first saw Percy with a CGI face, I didn't really like the face. I guess after a while, though, well, actually, I was supposed to get used to the face, and after a while, I did. Now, it looks perfectly normal to me. I don't hate it. I think it looks pretty cool. Anyway, there's his model, which I'll take out in a second. Back of the box, you see, is the same as Rosie's. Now, time to open up Percy. Put Percy's box over there. Get him out. It's pretty easy. Alright. Percy. CGI face. Correct shape. Correct color. His domes. His little whistle. An open cab. Black coal bunker. Again, I don't know what that red line is. Maybe it's just to hold these things in place. And his name's on the bottom. And made in 2012. Yeah. Wish I had a smoother surface so that way I could test out Percy's performance, but I guess I'll find that out a little later. Still though, it looks pretty good. Not too many changes compared to the original Take-On model. Minus the face, of course, because that's now based on CGI, whereas the other one I believe was based on the model series. But still, this model looks pretty good. And the Take-On model also looks good too. I wish I could show you that one to do some comparisons, but unfortunately right now that model is back at my new place. But you might see it later on. I'll put Percy here, another great model. And now, Charlie. Introduced in the 13th season of Thomas and Friends, Charlie is a playful purple tank engine with a big number 14. And of course, his nameplate on the side of him. There's a CGI picture. He's always joking around. But in Season 17, he proved himself to be a really useful engine when he he helped an elephant when it had escaped and returned it back to the animal park. Although nobody really believed him. That's what you get for telling jokes all the time, Charlie. The back of the box is the same as Percy and Rosie's. Now let's have a good look at this model. Let's open it. I'm like bending the plastic here. Oh, there we go. Anyway, he's out. Big grin on his face. Maybe he was trying to trick me or something. Oh well. I mean, get all the detailed work on him. An open cab. Open windows at the back. That's pretty cool. Again, there's that line. He has 6 red wheels. He's got a lamp on top of him, which makes him very different compared to Billy from Season 11. They're both engines of the same class, but Charlie, of course, has the different livery and the lamp. And plus, Charlie's been basically seen in every season following his introduction in Season 13. Most recently being seen in Not So Slow Coaches, when he accidentally shunted Thomas's coaches onto Caitlin's train. All because he was joking. Charlie, you really need to pay more attention to your work. And still, though, this is a pretty cool model. Love all the detail works. And there's his handrails. That's pretty good. Put him right beside Caitlin. I think those two are basically starting up a relationship or something. Eh. Oh, one more thing I want to note about Percy here, giving his proper introduction, because I did all the others, but I forgot his. Percy was introduced in the Railway Series Book 11 by the Reverend Wilbur Audrey, entitled Percy the Small Engine, and has been seen since, actually his proper introduction was in Book 5, Troublesome Engines, when he came to work as shunter at the big station, when the big engines went on strike. Since then, Percy's practically been seen in every book that's basically featuring the branch line, or featuring all the engines of Sodor. And of course, he's been seen since, well, he was seen in Season 1, and has been seen in every season since. Yeah. Okay. And now, this one. Bash's Tree Tumble. Bash, of course, was introduced in the new, or not new, well, it was new several years ago, the movie Misty Island Rescue back in 2010. Along with Dash and Ferdinand, he's one of the 3 logging locos that work on Misty Island. I like his class. I like all sorts of logging engines. Yeah. I hope that one day, if they do bring the Misty Island engines back, that, well, they might bring in a Shay or maybe a Climax. Oh wait, they have a Climax, sorry. A Heisler locomotive. Oh, and don't mind that beeping sound, that's just probably the water guy bringing in new jugs of water. I don't know if the Misty Island engines will ever be seen again in the TV series. I don't know. After all, Misty Island has a few problems, like that shake bridge and the tunnel. I mean, you could send a diesel into the tunnel, no problem, to get the logs. Well, these 3 do the work on Misty Island. And shake bridge, I don't know. But I'm not going to nitpick the Misty Island. Someone else can probably do that part. Anyway, Bash looks pretty cool. And I got him on July 2nd at the Walmart store in Stouffville, along with Salty and Caitlin. Now, let's get Bash out, shall we? And I'll get the sets out. Really easy to get him out. Move that for a second. And there's Bash. His Misty Island logo. Open cab. It's pretty cool. Bash. I'm sorry. And made in 2012. Some lamp. Some funnel. There's logs on the back of him. Can't really be a logging engine without logs. These logging engines mostly burn wood. On this, by the way, is got a little magnet in it, so it can attach to Bash anytime, or be detached whenever. Inside the box, though, we have a little accessory set. I'm going to try to open it right now. It's not going to be easy, though. Hold on a second, folks. Really not easy here. Oh, by the way, this is what the back of the box looks like. I'll give you a full demonstration of what this set can do in a minute. Alright, here we go. stiff to get out. There we go. Now, if I remember correctly, this goes here. On here somewhere. Sorry. Well, it's supposed to go in there anyways. I know I'm having a little bit of trouble. Now, there we go. Now, this piece of track goes here, I believe. It snaps together pretty good. And the logging station. Let's see. It's really hard to do with just one hand. Alright, there we go. Not sure this is an even service, but you'll have to do. Here we go, Bash. Oh. See? Exactly what I meant when I said it's not even. Up we go, and yes! It works. Now Bash is covered in trees. Pretty cool though, huh? So, those are my new Take-N-Play items I recently got to add into my little collection. I do have all of these in their packaging. Now I got them loose. I'm sure to have a lot of fun with these. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed watching this little video. And I guess that's basically it. I'm ThomasZoey3000. Thanks for watching. And I'm signing off.